Welcome to Java. Thank you very kindly for joining me. It's January 2nd, 2024. It is Thursday and also the first trading day of the new year. So I thank you all for joining me on the cover right now, since it is quite a few news stories about Tesla and their trucks. This one is my favorite wrap that I've seen to date, of course. I think it looks quite cool. But we've got a lot of things going on in and out of the market. So we're going to do somewhat of a rapid wrap because I am actually working on more that may come out either this evening or tomorrow for the year ahead. It's quite intense and quite a bit in it. So with that, let's go into the markets this morning. We've got the MMRI that we've been watching, our favorite risk indicator, still in extreme territory, but it's pulled back from the 311, although not very much. Now, looking at the fear greed meter is still at 28. We've got the retailers in here, not quite into extreme fear territory. Now, not a lot of movement because we're still on a relative light week. Holiday trading, meaning the institutional investors are still very light. So low volume increases volatility. If you haven't heard me say this 100 times, the increased volatility will continue through today. But let's take a look at kind of what's going to drive this so you can watch this. We've got the relative strength of the dollar has increased significantly. Now, with a higher dollar, that means that the asset prices go down because the dollar is stronger, relatively speaking, and can purchase more. So we've got current markets are a bit in the red. We've also got the 10-year yield, while it's pulling back a slight bit, is still elevated. So no question about this. The strength of these two are definitely pressuring markets, increasing volatility, the VIX, and this is kind of pushing a bit into the fear trade, so to speak, or stability. That is your gold, oil, silver. Now, in contrast, we've got the futures going a bit green, so this is showing a bit of hope and a bit of strength for stocks later on today. Now, we've still got retailers, they're going to be buying into this, and we don't have the institutional investors selling into it so much today. Now, could be a lot more volatility. This is not for sure. It's only the probabilities at the moment. With this, we've got cryptocurrency as well in a boom. Bitcoin back above 96,000, very comfortably so. It bounced off of that 92,000 level that we were talking about as support last week, played right off of it, and now it's back up again. It will start hitting resistance again at 98,000, and we'll see where it goes from there. But we've got to keep a watch on the changing factors here. I'm going to go into a bit more of these, but as Bitcoin goes up, of course, it is floating as it tied these other ships, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. So at the moment, we've got a bullish bias in the sentiment. Retailers ready to go buy the dip. We've got institutions that will step in Monday. Now, that could change the whole game, but we'll go over that in the morning as it's looking for that day. So we've got a short week next week also. Thursday 9th, the 9th is morning for the former President Carter. So we're going to have a 4-day trading week as well. We've got tons of distractions going on right now. I believe many of them are played out and brought in on purpose. But let's go into a little bit more of the markets. Now, the calendar this morning, we're going through jobless claims, construction spending, and then tomorrow not having much either. We've got manufacturing, which could be something. We've got Fed president coming out and speaking, and auto sales, which should be significantly decreased, is what I expect from this. Initial jobless claims prior to the market open this morning is really the big one to watch. Now, these are some moving tickers this morning. This is Constellation Brands, Tesla, of course, BYD is electric vehicle manufacturing, China MicroStrategy, and NEO. We've also got a tweet coming out from Roaring Kitty. We're seeing boosts in not just GameStop, but also Unity software. Now, Unity software is also tied in with Web3 going forwards, watching those boosting this morning. If you're watching individual tickers, if you're actually bold enough to trade, you may want to look at some of those if you're doing day trading. Now, cryptocurrencies, there's a lot. What is moving this? Hive Digital moving their headquarters to Texas. And they're saying this is because there's a supportive climate under Trump now. They're moving from Canada. So this is very interesting on a few fronts. First off, they are one of the larger uh, cryptocurrency minings for that country, which some say may become the 51st state. Regardless, they do hold a decent amount of Bitcoin as major miner. That sounds silly, but be that as it may, cryptocurrency miner, and they will be moving to Texas. This also will take off foreign currency fees if you are invested in their stock. So if you are from the United States, American, it just made their stock cheaper for you if once this is complete. We've got a proposal mandating Swiss National Bank now to hold Bitcoin as their reserve currency, strongly underway. So this is looking forward into 2025, but it's giving a boost to Bitcoin now. We've also got Hong Kong. Now, this was announced a few days back, but they're proposing adding Bitcoin to the national reserves. And the look forward is that this will continue. More countries will be adding Bitcoin to their national reserves. Now, I'm hearing a lot more talk about the rug pulls and such going forth, but I'm going to cover more of this in the markets ahead for the year. But I strongly believe you should hold some Bitcoin if you are at all inclined to it and not morally against it. With the real economy in the United States, a few more things I want to cover prior to the markets open. As I said, I'm going to keep this light and very short. We've got top banks closing multiple branches, with the exception of one major bank. I know you couldn't guess this in your wildest dreams, but it's JP Morgan Chase. Of course, the behemoth that is buying out all of the other banks that are going under and purchasing their assets for pennies on the dollar. They are just eating up all of the other banks, and this will continue. So JP Morgan Chase will be the one that comes out of this unscathed. So we know what we're looking forward to. It's not looking good. It's not a question of if, but when. Will it be 2025? We'll see. Now, we had a few unfortunate things, very tragic, happen. You'll be bombarded with it in the news regarding New Orleans as well as Las Vegas. Now, the interesting thing that happened was with this explosion that happened in Vegas, they're saying the design of the Cybertruck helped limit the damage. There was glass nearby, was parked there on purpose for maximum damage. However, I think because of this and this story getting out, this is actually going to be a boost for the Cybertruck as it's showing a different kind of in the field test, if you will, to durability. So moving forward, one of the other things that we are watching is real demand in the economy, global trade and real demand. Now, a good view into this without all of the report numbers, which are all skewed, is to watch shipping. Now we've got Maersk, one of the largest ones, seeing no progress in the United States port talks, urging cargo removal. Now what's going on with this is that the port workers are going on strike again. They kind of put a temporary hold on this because they're trying to push off automation. Now, with this, Maersk is looking forward to this. They know it's going to be sitting there if they do indeed continue this strike, and they're trying to be proactive in doing this. Now, they've also got ship owners switching to smaller vessels as world trade reroutes from China. Now, this is because of a lack of global demand in the trade world, not just because they're purchasing less from China and the tariffs coming into place, but this is a drop in global demand. The consumers are weakening globally. So, with this is a shot across the bow, warning to all economies in the West and globally as well, but the West in particular. Now, I've got a couple of things seem unrelated, but I want to bring them up. And these are weather stories. Now, the first one is that there is winter warning coming for the United States northern, central, and southern states. This is going to be large and going through Friday. It's going to disrupt a lot of things. So if you're there, hopefully you stay warm. But also to bring this up because this winter warning also hitting a lot of European countries. And with this, they've got their natural gas turned off. Now, natural gas has spiked in the past few days, will continue through this winter, but it is at a resistance level. So if you're trading gas, watch these factors as well. That spike, a lot of that was on the deal ending for the Ukraine and Russia to continue piping these through. Now, they always find a way through, and once they do, that could drop. It's very volatile asset, natural gas, so caution on that. The nickname is the Widowmaker for a reason. Now, one more mention I would like to make, which has nothing to do with the markets directly, but there has been a strange fog noted across several areas of the United States. And I just want to bring up this here. This is directly off of their website that we'll go into, but could include increased technology, nanotechnology, and I'll speak about this more. You can find me on X as well as Discord. Many of the things are being increasingly locked off for discussion on this platform. So if you want to know more about it, you can reach out to me directly, either in the description. I've got links there. Feel free to leave comments if it allows you. If it does not allow you to make comments, please reach out to me through my email directly if you like, if you don't want it there, or through one of these two platforms, or on Substack. I'm also there. And while I don't post there much at the moment, you can reach me through comments. So I wish you all a green trading day if you're bold enough to trade today. And until I see you again, my friends, stay free.